What's the deal, man? Another episode of Fueled by Craft. I haven't covered the Thunder since about October, so that's around 4 to 5 months or so. Right before the beginning of the season was the last time I made a video about my Oklahoma City Thunder. But now I feel like enough has happened. We've got a big enough sample size to see who these teams are, get an idea of who these teams are, and start talking about playoff contention, the playoff race. But before I get into the video about my Oklahoma City Thunder, I want to take time to appreciate the new Shai 001s, I think is what they call. Shout out and appreciate the Converse brand. They created a super cool shoe, super comfortable shoe. One of the first basketball shoes in a long time that you can actually wear off the court as well and it still look just as good, if not better. Now, I will say if you do plan on getting these shoes, at least from my experience, I would size up a little bit. Got to remember they are basketball shoes, so they're supposed to fit snug. And similar to the glove, the Gary Payton shoe, if you're not familiar with that one, or the Allen Iverson shoe, once you tie it, it has a zipper. So that makes it just a little bit more tighter midway toward the front of your foot. So I definitely would go a size up if you want, just a little bit of room if you wear 2 pair of socks, if you're planning on hooping them, whatever you decide to do. But yeah, really cool really cool signature shoe. Wanted to show those to you guys really quick. Oh, and then I also got this 2026 Shai Gilgeous-Alexander All-Star jersey. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Marcus B. He stayed out there in LA and was able to hook me up with one of these for my birthday. But going right into it, like I said, the Oklahoma City Thunder still sit at the top of the West at 43-14, which this hasn't been a thing for a while now because Oklahoma City has been #1 in the league for so long. By record and percentage, the Detroit Pistons are actually #1 in the entire NBA. And the Thunder sit at #2. But shout out to the Pistons, man. They're doing a really good job, and they sit at the top of the entire NBA right now. Oklahoma City right behind them at #2. Oklahoma City is also 5th in the league in points per game at 119 points per game. So, you'll always take that. Having your team being top 5 in points per game in total offense, definitely will take that. And so far this season at home, the Thunder have a record of 23-6, and on the road, they're 20-7. So not a huge drop-off, productive on and off the home court floor. But the Thunder do have a tough slate of games coming up here. On February 22nd, they do take on the Cleveland Cavaliers, which is today, actually. The Toronto Raptors on the 24th, Detroit. Then you got Denver on the 27th, Dallas, Chicago, the New York Knicks on March 4th, and then you end that stretch with Golden State on the 7th. Now, some of these games are going to be without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and A.J. Mitchell. And I'm assuming that, if not most, all of these games will also be without Jalen Williams, J-Dub. A quick injury update. Now, obviously, Thomas Sorber is out for the remainder of the season with the torn ACL, which he acquired at the beginning of the season. So he's out for the entire season. J-Dub, who's dealing with the right hamstring strain, is going to be reevaluated here in 2 weeks. And then A.J. Mitchell and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are both dealing with abdominal strains, and both will be reevaluated in 1 week. A.J. Mitchell is also dealing with the left ankle sprain. So we'll get an update on those guys here in the next week or so. I don't know the updated information on this, but as of like a month ago, the Thunder led the league in bench or injury minutes, which means their starters missed the most amount of time due to injury. Man, the Thunder have gotten bitten by the injury bug a lot this year, but still really impressive that they're able to stay at the top of the West, 43-14. A newer addition to the team, Jared McCain. He's been one of the more bright spots as of lately, like I said, with dealing with a lot of these injuries. Jared McCain has definitely been a bright spot. Second-year player that we got at the trade deadline from Philadelphia. The second shooter, the first one being Isaiah Joe that we got from Philadelphia. So shout out to Philly for the shooters. He's getting comfortable, man. You can see his confidence is growing with the team. He's getting comfortable, and he's increased his points in each game so far in the Thunder uniform. This past game against Brooklyn, he had 21 points, which led the team, and went 3 from 6 from 3. And he's also shooting around 40% from 3 in the Thunder uniform as well. So he's doing exactly what the Thunder brought him in to do, get buckets and shoot the ball. So he's doing a really good job at that. With the amount of gravity that SGA and J-Dub cause on offense, I can definitely see later in the season Jared McCain getting a lot of run with the first unit because he is, if not already, the best shooter on the team outside of Isaiah Joe. And his shooting ability can really elevate this offense. Another bright spot, Nikola Topic is hooping in only his second career game so far. He had 9 points in only 11 minutes. He's got the best story in the NBA right now. Now, I don't know if you can win Comeback Player of the Year in your first year, but if you can't, I think the NBA should definitely make an exception to give this award to Nikola Topic. Another first-round draft pick by the Oklahoma City Thunder 2 years ago had to redshirt his first year because he had a season-ending injury before the season started. So he wasn't able to play at all this past season, and now we've got Thomas Sorber, another rookie who was out and had to redshirt his freshman season. And 2 years before Topic happened, Chet Holmgren also had to redshirt his first season. So it seems to be a trend that a lot of our first-round picks are having a red shirt their first year. But back to Nikola Topic. After receiving that season-ending leg injury, he comes back, is getting ready, plays in the summer league with A.J. Mitchell. And then, unfortunately, he comes down with cancer, so he had to battle chemo and battle that. But now he's back on the court. He had a play, too, where he got the board and went coast to coast. He also looks smooth, confident, and is actually a lot bigger than I remember. I keep forgetting that he's around 6'5", 6'6". So even with guys like SGA and A.J. Mitchell, you know, being out with injury, OKC's getting guys in return. Nikola Topic is back healthy. Nikola Topic is getting back healthy. So we got another really elite ball handler, playmaker on the floor. And Jared McCain, another guy in the backcourt who's shooting the lights out. So when you get AJ back, SGA back, it'll be really fun to see what Mark does with these backcourt lineups. Case and Wallace, Lou Dort, the Thunder are really deep and could possibly have the best backcourt when healthy. We haven't seen this Thunder team healthy ever. Like I said, in the last 2 years, we've never seen an entirely healthy Thunder team. Rather that be Nikola Topic being out, Thomas Sorber being out, Jalen Williams, SGA, you name it. We haven't seen a fully healthy Thunder team yet, which I think is the scariest thing about all this. And I think when we do get healthy this year, we do have a legit shot at defending the championship and going back-to-back. Now, obviously, it's going to be a gauntlet running through the West. The Thunder won't be the only team getting healthy towards the playoffs, but I just have that much confidence in the talent and the team. And I think it's very possible that the Thunder can put together another run at getting another championship. As I'm recording this, also shout out to Chet Holmgren. I think that he is currently in the running or on pace to win the Defensive Player of the Year award. Also had his first All-Star this year, so shout out to him. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander also participated in another All-Star game, was elected a starter, but didn't. And I'm not concerned about this team at all, man. So I would like to know your thoughts about the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shout out to the Thunder. Appreciate you guys for watching. This is Fueled by Craft.